Well, yes, somewhere down the line, my mother did lose hope, and that's the core reason for her to not be happy in life and work on herself also. Barring the fact that, what doctors say or what others are saying around, you have to also be responsible for yourselves, no matter how much somebody is trying to take care of you. But if you're unwilling to be taken care, so you cannot blame anybody else for that. So I, in all my senses, finally accept the fact that yes, somewhere she has been unaccepting the care that she was getting, which is one very important reason for her not being among us. So this is there. You have to take charge of your own life. If you're getting carried away, people will influence you. People will have their own agendas. People will try to push their conditions on you. And if you're unhappy about it, and if you're losing hope on it, and if you're just, I know it's very difficult, and it's not just with her. It's with many people who are dealing this, that they, even in today's, I mean, in a place like in a nation like India, in a country like India, you're manipulated with your growth. People succumb you down. You're diverted to different institutes. There's the different kind of politics that run all over you, just focusing your educational pattern, and then finally getting you down to putting you down to a scenario where you feel that you're tired of swimming so hard, and you give up and you drown, which is one valid reason for many people to not live their life and lose on hope. As long as you're fighting, the hope is there. The minute you stop fighting, you lose the hope. You know, the best warrior falls down from the horse on the battleground. Because finally he's lost the hope. And why does he loses the hope? The minute his sword is down on the ground, what will he fight with? Can he fight it? The last option is controlling the horse and then making the horse hit others with the leg of horse. But for how long can you control that? How long can you control that? So eventually, it is important to channelize your energy in the right direction and know who are the right people for you. If you know that these people are the ones who are responsible for you to not grow and they are decaying you, distance yourself from those people. And if you choose to settle in that crowd because you're so isolated in life and you don't have friends and you're finally accepting this kind of a network, then don't complain about it and do not try to pull someone else down, because you did not fight your journey. I remember when I used to make calls to my mother from Delhi, reminding her that how she should go back to salon and do her thing. And there was this salon in Lucknow years back which was popular as Venus. It was in Love Lane, and my mother used to visit that parlor. I was very small, like I was really, I it was my school days, when I used to go to school. It was that time, and I would go with her. The reason I go to salon and I'm habitual is because my mother used to go to salon a lot, and I used to follow her. And she used to love herself. She used to take care of herself. She used to get her facial and this and that, everything. And then suddenly she just stopped living life. And that happens when you get family involvements. As a small family, you have your own kind of a growth, but when you collaborate with different families, like when your family members get married and you collaborate and the family turns bigger, that is when the conflict happens, and it is very destructive, because you lose your essence and then you impact the other children in the family, because your collaborations with initial children happened with a different family background, and then the child which is left faces all the turbulence, faces all the setbacks. People pull that child back, and this is wrong. This is really wrong. And anyways, I wish her internal peace. And she's been fighting a lot. She's been fighting for me, and she's been listening back from me also, because I have been unaccepting her opinion, because we had a conflict with how she was shaping in life. And I think that's the core reason a lot of people have hurt her, for because not understanding her position in life, where she's coming from, and me reaching at a point where I was dealing my own frustrations and everything. And then when the world is against me, and suddenly my mother's also standing against me, so that was a little penalizing, that, why this is not how my upbringing was done. You wanted us to study in convent and be good, and still I'm trying to survive with everything that's pulling me down. And anyways, I'm glad she's in a better place now, and that's more important. And I'm happy to have my father's support in the end, and my brother's support by the end of the day. So I think understanding is very important.